Rumbie.
Yes.
Introduce yourself.
Right. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. My name is Rumbie and I'm originally from Zimbabwe, and I am a DV 2023 winner.
Okay, Rumbie. So I want you to tell us the story, like, the rundown. Where you at? I know you came here. I showed a video of everybody. I know you'll do a video of like how the processing of the DV lottery is in Zimbabwe. But then for today, just tell us the progress so that we know, like, okay, since you came, what is the timeline and what have you done so far? What documents have you received so far? So that at least everybody can see how you're doing. I'm going to put you up here.
All right. So the progress has been very, very good. Very, very fast, actually. Been here for like 3 weeks now. 2.5 weeks plus. Yeah, almost 3 weeks now. But so far, I've gotten like a lot already. The week that I came, I went to apply for the Social Security. That's when we got the Social Security. So from Zimbabwe, they don't set it up from your country at the embassy like what they do in other countries. So I have to apply for it from scratch when I come here. So when I came here, that's when we went to the Social Security office to apply for the Social Security number. We went on a Tuesday. Yes, it was on a Tuesday. Then they will give you like a timeline that it will come within 2 weeks. But it actually came very, very earlier than that. It came the following Monday. So it was less than 1 week before it came, almost like 6-7 days. So it was less than 1 week, which was very, very fast.
Wow,
so
that was quick. That was very quick.
Very efficient and fast. Yeah, the systems, they are completely different than what I was used to. They are very fast. Yeah, so my social security done is okay already. Now I have it. And then the second thing was the green card also. It also came, it just recently came the last week, I think last week, yes. So now I also have my green card with me. And that's just like 3 weeks after I came into the US. So I am so, so, so happy.
So you are lucky.
Very lucky, very, very happy and lucky.
Mm-hmm.
So the trick is, I think it's actually better. They actually tell you from most embassies, like the one in Harare, they recommend you to pay for the green card fee while at least you're still at home. So that once you come here, at least they'll tell you like within 3 months it will come. But for mine, it came in like less than 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Yeah.
Wow, yeah. Yours was quicker actually.
Really
compared to the other DV lottery winners. Yours, it was like we applied and literally like within like less than a week you had your card already.
Yes, less than a week. Imagine, less than a week that it came. I was also so shocked that it comes this fast. I was so shocked, but everything has been moving like so fast. So that's the good part here. The systems here are very good, very efficient and reliable.
Okay, so tell us about so you got your social security number.
Yes.
So what about the jobs? Tell us about jobs. How long did it take you before you even heard from anything in regards to finding employment?
Oh, okay. That's the thing. Even before I had like the social security number, I had already had like a lot of openings, like job openings that were there. So that's the thing. When you come here, jobs, they are not even difficult to find at all. So I had to wait for the social security number first. That's the one which I had to wait for. So after I waited for the social security number, I got the social security number, and immediately I got a chance through the recommendation. I got a chance to apply to a job, and I did the interview. That was also so good. It went so well. So now I'm just waiting for my start date. So
so you already and you told them you already got the job. You didn't just do the interview.
Yes,
the interview.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Now you're gonna be loaded.
Confirmed. Yes. So already good as employed. Yes.
Yeah. So okay. So you got that, and then you got your green card. So did you really need your green card to get your social?
To get the social
you didn't need the card, the actual card to get a social and to get a job. Did you need the actual card?
You don't really need the actual card to get the social security card. As long as you've got like your passport with you, because it has like a visa stamp. That one is good to use for like 1 year. Because once you come in the US by the CBP, they'll just stamp it. And once they stamp it, that one is as good as a green card by itself. So you just carry your passport with you. So no need to rush to have like the card itself.
So the card, you don't really need it, because a lot of people, they think like you need the actual card, the green card, the card itself to get a job and to get So when you come in, you have a visa on your passport. when you have a visa, if you look at that visa, there's a number there, an alien number. When you get your social, it's gonna have the same number. So when you come in, that visa on your passport is your green card and is good for 1 year. So with 1 year, you don't need to apply for the other green card if you don't have money. You can start working and then pay for the other physical card to come. But other than that, you can actually use your passport to actually get jobs and just be like a permanent resident. That's your proof of permanent residency. So how do you like so far, New York? How do you like? I know you don't like the weather, so it's a little chilly. So
I wouldn't really say I don't like it. I mean, it's new, I'm getting used to it, but so far it's been good. Because the thing is, for me, I came when winter was just starting. So, wow, yeah.
Yeah. And usually if somebody shows up here, I tell them right up front, I'm like, New York is very cold. Like in the winter, we have winters here. It's not like Texas. I'm like, if you want to be warm, you can go to Texas, go to Florida, go to California. Here,
Yes,
there's so many
cold.
opportunities. The pay is good, but then the weather in the winter is a little iffy. But then, like, look at it this way. There's people living here. You're not the first one. You're not the second one. You're not the third one. What is the population of New York? And all these people experience winter and they're thriving. So you're not special to be like, okay, I'm going to be cold and die because I'm cold, right? Because there's people living here. So it's a place that's survivable, right?
Exactly, very true. And it's actually not as bad as you would actually think it would be, because the thing is, even if it's winter, when you go outside, yes, it will be like cold, but if you have a jacket on, you'll definitely be good. But the thing is, most of the times you'll be indoors, either at home or at work or somewhere else inside. Yeah. So you'll not even spend like most of the time like out in the cold.
Like
So
in
it's
the
not
cold. So like you're walking to work or whatever. And then so how is your transportation? I know you don't have a car yet.
Yes.
So how are you going around, moving around? What is the transportation here like?
All right, the transportation here in New York, the good part is, compared to other cities and other states and stuff, at least the good part is here there are buses around. So if you want to move around, you can always use like the public system. It's available. There are buses and there are also Ubers. If you can do the Uber, you can also use the Uber. And also, as you grow, as you live for a longer time, you get connected to people. They can also help you and take you around until you are stable enough. Yeah.
Yeah, so you won't be like this place is not like in a position where like you can't go to work because you don't have transportation. Yeah, which is good with the buses especially, because people go to in different states and then like there's a state where there's no public transportation. So how do you get to work? So the good thing about here, you can go to work, use a bus. It's gonna take longer, but then like you work on saving money and getting a car. That's why I'm pushing the other guys. I'm like, you need to work, get a car, because sometimes you get a good job, but then you're limited because of transportation. Maybe it's too far. Uber is going to be too expensive. So that's why like you work, save money. I encourage somebody, come here when you know how to drive, so that when you finish, you can take your test, get a car, and start driving yourself around. That way, if you want to work 4 jobs, you can do that. All right, anything else you want to tell us?
That's just about it. Unless if someone has a question, yeah. Otherwise,
let me see if anybody has a question. Let's see this one. I'd like to know about American SIM card. What does it mean to avoid being put in a host plan because it's very expensive? What does it mean? So Rumbie, you have a phone, so you can answer this question, right? So how did you get a phone?
Oh, okay. For me, I got lucky because I already had a phone that was unlocked. So when I came here, it worked. I just had to buy like the SIM card. But if you're coming directly straight from home in Africa, most of the phone, I advise you, like when you're about to leave, don't buy a new phone saying I'm now going to America, so I need to upgrade my phone so that, when I get there, I'll be having like a good up-to-date phone. Just don't try and do that. It's better to save money. Then you come here, then you buy like a phone and the SIM card. Because most of the phones that are blocked back at home in Africa, they will not work when you come here in the US. Most of them, almost all of them will not work. So it's better to just save money. Then when you come here, you can just buy a phone from here, then the SIM card. And they're actually reasonable plans. If you're just starting out, it's just better to find like a reasonable plan from a career service. Yeah. I think mine is like $30 something per month. which is
Yeah, so
unlimited call,
that's not too
unlimited
bad at all.
text. Exactly, unlimited call, unlimited text, and with data also, which is
Yeah.
manageable.
So you don't have to be locked. Like this one is like a host plan. So like I have a plan. I don't want to put Rumbie in there because it's going to be very expensive. She's just starting life, right? I'm a vlogger, so I need like a lot of data. So I need the best plan that I can get out there, right? But Rumbie doesn't need that because either she's at work and she's not using her phone, or she's at home where there's Wi-Fi. And if you go to the supermarkets here, grocery stores, you go out there, there's free Wi-Fi. So you don't really need like a lot of data if you're not going to use it for something else, like to go live when you're outside, something like that. So she came with the phone. We went to the AT&T, and then they had a monthly plan. So the monthly plan, you just pay like $30 a month, and then you get service for the month, and then the next month you pay, and then you get service. If you don't pay, then they cut your phone off. They shut it off for like 2 months, and then you lose the number. So that gives her like an option of like, if she does not like that plan, she can change to something else. But if I lock her into like a contract, a yearly contract, then as much as she doesn't like the plan, she does not have the option of like backing out of it. You're stuck with it. But then whatever she has right now and whatever all the boys have is just a monthly plan. And then when they get bougie, rich enough, they want to buy iPhone 15s and get the good plan, then they'll do that. But now that they're starting life, we're prioritizing. Like, okay, do you need a phone or do you need a car to go to work? Do you need food or do you need iPhone 15? You know, so you just have to prioritize what you need at this time. So she says something about opening a bank account and creating a credit score and health insurance. So she doesn't know that at this time. So she has a bank account. So she was able to open a bank account. How did you open that?
Wow. And got so lucky. That's the thing. I was used to the system where you have to go like physically to the bank, wait in the queue, then you open account, they'll tell you wait will process, then weeks later they'll say they'll approve it. But when I came here, my host, they actually told me that that's not how it goes here. So you just open it even from your mobile phone, like an application, then you can do it online. Open the
And then you
mobile
just upload.
application.
How did you upload the documents? There's a place you can upload on the app.
Yes, they'll ask you like to scan like a copy of your ID. And because I didn't have the green card yet that time, you just scan the copy of your passport, they'll still take that one. So you just scan your passport, then they'll approve you. And within, it will take actually like 2 days for them to open the account. After 2 days, they will approve it. And then after some time, they'll give you like, I think it is like less than 1 week, they'll send you the physical bank card, the debit card itself.
That way, when you go to work, you can give that
Exactly.
account number so your check goes directly to that bank account.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yes.
And
So
then so
everything
that's
is
just for the start. So now she has a bank just for the start. Is a good bank. But then after a while, then we'll get her to open an account with a credit union because they have better rates. They have like if she wants to build the credit the way Amos is talking about. So she's gonna open this credit union account, and then with the credit union, she's gonna have her paycheck go there every single month. And then after a while, she will apply for a credit card. And with the credit union, they don't have a yearly. If you haven't watched my video on credit card and building credit, you can go. I think I uploaded like it's 2 videos down. So it's about credit. So this credit card does not have a yearly payment. So like if you literally have the card and you put it under your bed, you don't have to pay anything per year. But most of the credits that they sell you out there, the credit cards, they have a yearly payment. Whether you use it or not, you have to pay either $75, $100, $150 a year. So they have like to have the card, they're charging you $150 a year. You go to a credit union, you get a credit card from them, you start using the credit card. So Rumbie will go to a grocery stores. I'm like, you need to swipe your card. She goes to buy the iPhone 15. I'm like, you need to use your credit card. Because one thing that's important that you should learn anywhere, somebody told me this when I landed in America, and it's been very helpful for me. When you go to buy stuff, never use your debit card. Do not use your debit card ever. Because if somebody steals that card and goes and swipes, guess whose money they're using? They're using your money, right? So if somebody's using your money, who cares about who uses your money? Nobody's interested in that. Whether you lose it or not, nobody cares. But look at a credit card. You have a card that you're using. This is somebody else's money. It's not yours. So if somebody gets your credit card and go on a swiping spree and buys everything, you call your credit card company. You're like, guess what? Somebody stole my credit card and they're using, and it was not me. Because it was not your money, it was their money. They will go after that person because they want to get their money back. With a debit card is your own money. So you have to go after the money to find where your money went. Credit card, you're using somebody else's money. So if you lose it, it was not your money to begin with. So somebody whose that money belongs to, they need to go after that. So that's why I encourage you to use a credit card, because it builds your credit. So use a credit card, and when, like after a week, when the the statement posts, go ahead and pay that credit card. Every time you pay it on time, and don't do the minimum payment, especially if you're coming from Africa and you're just a new immigrant. Don't pay the minimum payment. Go and pay the whole amount, so that you're using the card. So you're using like maybe 400, you're using 1,000 a month, but every statement, your bill is zero. So this shows that this is somebody who takes debt and pays back. And that's how you build your credit. But if you use the credit card and you do not pay back, then guess what? That's how your credit starts dropping. And if you go to buy a car like Rumbie and the other boys, once they follow this and they start using the credit cards, they build the credit. Once they have a new job, a good job, now they're starting, the pay is really good. I'm surprised. But once they get like a job that pays really well, because now, they're just building a work history and stuff, then they can go to Toyota, they can go to whatever company, they can go to Subaru or whatever. And then they'll say, okay, I need this car. And then they'll be able to sign papers because of their credit and drive off with a new car without paying a single dollar down. And then when you drive off with the car, you start making a payment every month versus saving all this money to buy a car. Just build your credit so that you can drive off with a car. And then with this car, like I said, is somebody else's car, is not yours, right? So that way, every month, make sure you're making a payment on time. Then if you pay your car off, you'll just go to the same place, the bank, and you're like, hey, I'm here again. I need to buy a house, right? They'll be like, oh, so you paid your credit card, you drove off with the car, and you paid this car off. So you are good, you pay your debts, so they will approve you for a house. But if you slack and you come here and people just get you, like, you want to live the YOLO life, YOLO, and then you get into all this debt and you don't want to pay back, then you end up with people who've been here 30 years and they still can't afford to buy a house. It's situations like that. Just live according to your means, Ugali is good. I eat ugali cabbage. If I can't afford to eat like a steak, ugali cabbage, you're good. You're eating it back home. Don't get into that. Trying to have like, I'm going to have like a good steak or whatever like that. So thank you so much, Rumbie, unless you want to say something else.
No, not really.
I know. I'm turning you into a content creator.
Yes.
I told her today I have a ring light. I'm like, Rumbie, you need to turn this ring light on. So she opened a channel. So she's going to be sharing whatever she learns here if she wants to share. She has a channel. So I think on this link, I'm going to put her channel link over there. So if you want to follow her, support her, whatever, this is like your younger sister. So you got to support her so she can start a business like I did. Right, Rumbie?
Exactly.
Okay, thank you so much for being here.
All right, thank you for having me.